Welcome to Rainbow Smog's Random Tech Tuesdays. Over the years, I've amassed quite the eclectic collection of tech, and most of it I've done overkill. So I figured, let's talk about tech. Today, we're going to go over a little bit of everything I have and what we might talk about in the future. And we'll break down my actual gaming PC and what I'm running for specs and why. To start off, we'll talk about my computer. I'm running the Corsair 220T case. Why? The hot selling point for me was that there was a built-in fan and RGB controller, as well as a nice front look to the case, so that I didn't have to do too much work installing the fans that came with it, as well as the all-in-one Corsair cooler that I have for my CPU, which is the H100i.
And that is mounted over AMD's Ryzen 7 3700X. Of course, you can't talk computers without talking graphics cards, and I am running the MSI GeForce RTX 2070 Super. Love to get my hands on a 3080, but as we probably all know, they are just not going to be possible to be found anytime soon. And don't you worry, I didn't forget, I'm also running 32 megabytes of Corsair's Vengeance 3200 megahertz RGB RAM. Overkill. And complementing all that, in my peripherals, I've got the Razer Huntsman Elite RGB keyboard. Wanted to stay consistent as I already had a Razer mouse. I'm also running the Razer Wolverine Tournament Edition that I predominantly use for Rocket League. The mouse I have is the Razer Naga Trinity. It has a detachable side panel that you can change out the amount of buttons for your thumb. So that way it's better for MMOs and for first-person shooters. And of course, my desk wouldn't be complete if I didn't have a trusty whale sack sitting on it to keep my hands dry and my grip solid when I'm gaming. On top of that, I have two Elgato Stream Decks, the 15-key variety, that I have paired together and have set up in a way to utilize both of them at the same time. And to go along with that, I have a DIY audio interface controller that I built using an Arduino and some sliders that I got off of Amazon. It is designed so that I can change the audio levels of either the entire computer or just certain applications from the sliders, as opposed to going into the Windows menus and adjusting my audio levels that way.
In the microphone department, I'm currently running the Elgato Wave 1. It's the cheaper model out of the two. There is also a Wave 3, which has the ability to use this front button, which is the mute on the Wave 1, as a gain control, as well as a few other nice features. Paired with my Wave 1 microphone, I use the Arctis Pro wireless headset. The wireless DAC is hooked up to my television so that I can change channels on the DAC and listen to my TV through my headphones if I decide to, and also all of my game audio. I really like the SteelSeries Arctis Pros and all of the SteelSeries headsets that I know of, because they split your audio into two chat channels on your computer. You can also see I'm running a Oculus Rift S as my VR headset and the Rift S controllers for my handheld devices as well.
Living over here in the corner, we have a Dell Poweredge T40. It's got two 2 terabyte hard drives in it, a 1 terabyte solid state drive, and a 1 terabyte external hooked up to it. It's currently running a Plex server for the house, as well as FreeNAS and a handful of other VMs for my home network and my home lab.
Living in the corner of my room, doesn't quite have a home yet, I've got the Creality Ender 3 3D printer. It's pretty low grade overall in the grand scheme of 3D printers, but the price was right, and it's been really fun learning 3D printing, and there'll definitely be more videos to come on this.
Going around the room, you'll also find my Acer Predator laptop. It's running an Intel i7 and a GTX 1060 6GB graphics card. We've got my 4 monitors. The 2 vertical monitors here are 2 Amazon cheap Acer monitors that I got for as cheap as possible because they originally came with a mount that allowed them to be turned 90 degrees. My center monitor is a 1920 by 1080, 165 hertz and 1 millisecond response time gaming monitor that I picked up recently from Acer at Best Buy. It was cheap, worth every penny so far. Just been really good for playing first-person shooters, Rocket League, more competitive stuff. And our top monitor here was my main gaming monitor, but the 2070 Super just wasn't able to keep up with it. It's a 3440 by 1440, 120 hertz monitor, and honestly, I just don't think that there's a graphics card that I'm going to be able to get my hands on anytime soon that can push a roughly 3K monitor at 120 hertz.
And of course, what gaming room would be complete without its own monster mini fridge? Took me years, nigh on a decade, to finally acquire one of these, and it has been a crowning achievement of my game room. That's generally what I've got in my game room. There's definitely more stuff that I haven't gone over yet, and I'm going to go over more of the stuff in greater depth in future videos. But thank you for coming. Thank you for watching to this point. And if you like me, the content, or you just feel bad because this is really bad, then don't forget to give this a like, go comment, and subscribe. And something about a little bell notification as well.